Hey, welcome back into another video here on the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about what the key differences are between Facebook ads, TikTok ads. The platforms have phenomenal differences between them. There's certain situations where you could use both, but I want to outline the pros, the cons, the differences, and things that you're aware of so that you could literally today go ahead and launch ads on one of these platforms. Potentially both. If you know me, if you follow the channel for a while, you know that I always recommend learning one thing first. In an advertising and marketing world, you are going to get the best results when you dominate one platform first. The reason for that is most paid ad platforms, outside of, paying a YouTube influencer for a huge shout out, things like Google ads, Facebook ads, TikTok, anything like that where there's pixels involved and it's data driven. If you can build a ton of data from TikTok ads, and you also had your Facebook and Google pixel on the store the whole time, well, transitioning from TikTok to Facebook is going to be easy because you already have 3,000 sales on the pixel, seasoned data. Facebook knows who your customer is. You can build lookalike and retargeting audiences right away. It's going to be an easy migration. So just keep that in mind, really focusing on one thing. Otherwise, you kind of get lost in the sauce, as they say, too distracted. Now, between the two platforms, there's huge differences. Number one, understand first and foremost that if you go with Facebook, you will run into problems with being disabled for no reason, restricted for no reason, and potentially banned for no reason. It got to the point where about a year and a half ago, I had to start remote accessing other computers on different servers using dozens of other people's Facebook profiles across hundreds of different ad accounts with multiple backup pixels on everything. We're talking about an infrastructure that costed about $65,000 to build and about $15,000 a month to manage and maintain. That's not advertising cost. That is structure cost. So that's what I had to do to get around stuff because I was doing nothing wrong. I was selling stuff that wasn't showing any skin. It wasn't remotely close to violating a policy, but that's Facebook for you. It's hard to explain. And as someone who, if you don't run ads, that might sound crazy and weird to you, but that is truly just what the platform is. Be prepared for a world of headaches. Here's why Facebook is a great option though. It's really not that hard to master. Okay, excuse me there. It's really not that hard to make money with. Anything like that is difficult to master. But it's a platform that, in my opinion, is the lowest cost to start. If you want to start something from scratch with TikTok ads or start something from scratch with Google, based on my experience, it's going to take you more money to do that, okay? And there's certain products on TikTok where it just might pop off faster. But in my experience, Facebook, at least with the skills that I have, is pretty simple to get the ball rolling with. Inside of our e-commerce program, we put a lot of attention on Facebook for a simple reason. Any business owner that's getting started, you need cash flow. Without cash flow, your business can't survive. You need positive money coming in, right? Total gross revenue, expenses, there's your profit left. You need a profit margin. With that, you can now venture into other things, and it makes making more money even easier because now you can do all sorts of different things that cost money. So Facebook is probably going to be the best option for you if you are looking for extreme consistency, if you want to grow it really slowly, and if you also want something that is probably targeted towards a more specific audience, and ideally an audience that's 35 years old or older. That is the prime category. My main brand inside the health and orthopedic space, we service about 65% of our customers are 35 and above. The rest of those, out of that 35%, probably 25% of them are like probably 28 and above. So it's very rare that they're in the 25-year-old and under category. It's very rare that that happens. And this made TikTok ads not very efficient because TikTok is just a younger platform. That's all it is. It's also a platform that is very general from an advertising perspective. So go ahead, open a business account on TikTok. You can see it doesn't cost you anything. And you'll see instantly the similarity, how they literally ripped off Facebook. I mean, it's a exact format copy, which makes it easy to run if you're familiar with Facebook. But TikTok's probably going to work the best for you if you have a more general, viral, organic type product. Things that are LED light strips, LED light bulbs, just crazy little phone cases, anything that can kind of go viral, like the lighters that are electric and don't use any gas or butane. I sold like 600 grand of those. You can do all sorts of different things, but TikTok, in my opinion, is more for the entertainment type products. It's more for the products that are a little more viral and catch on. They're trendy. Not as much so. This is not exclusive. I have friends with clothing companies that sell a ton of money worth on TikTok, and that'll sell forever. But my product is very boring. My main brand, it's very boring. It's very simple, and it solves a problem for a specific type of person. On Facebook, I can target that specific type of person for two reasons. Facebook has way more people on it than TikTok. Also, from an advertising perspective, they've been around for a lot longer. So on TikTok, you have very few targeting options. On Facebook, I can go very specific. and I can target my exact customer, so I know I'm not wasting time or money, which on TikTok I can't. So you just have to kind of make that comparison between what's your average demographic going to be and what type of product are you selling. So with Facebook, like I mentioned, with consistency, you can get it, and you can also have multiple ad accounts, but you will eventually run into a problem with the ad account going down. So just be prepared for that. Be prepared for probably pretty good consistencies with very random flashes of inconsistency. Usually you can get your ad account back, but that's not always the case. So read their terms very carefully. Go through the Facebook blueprint. Go through a couple different Facebook courses. Ours is great. You can always check that out. But it's one of those things where you just can't avoid it. Now, inside of our e-commerce program, Performance Dropshipping, you can check that out down below, or the Ad Academy, which, by the way, you get the Ad Academy for free right now if you enroll in Performance Dropshipping, so you can check that out. But we don't just talk about how to run the ads. We talk about what to do when you get disabled, and then what to do when you can no longer get back that disabled ad account. So we talk a little bit about those ad account structures, servers, buying accounts, different solutions like that. So that's a super helpful thing, and it's something I've spent a lot of money on, and because I spent the money, I was able to make money with the ads. So, it gets really annoying when Facebook is causing all these problems, and you're going to feel like there's no personal support because there isn't any. Facebook does a terrible job. They don't care. Like, as an advertiser myself, who at one point, my peak of consistency was $1 million a week is what I was spending. And I couldn't get an email back. I couldn't get a message back. I tried to ask for advice on a little CBO strategy. Nothing. You'll never get a message back. And so when that ad account went down, they didn't care, because to them, and it's wild to think, it's goals, I guess, but $1 million a week is nothing for them. And so as an advertiser, that's on track for spending $50 million a year. I've never been able, I would love to spend $50 million a year, because it would mean I'd make at least 150. But even if it was 100, I'd be very profitable. But I've never been able to, because they never let my ad accounts run for very long. And it's never something where I can get more than a few months runway. And that's really frustrating as an advertiser. It's not good. It's something where you can still, I do very well year over year, but the month by month can be inconsistent, and I dislike that. So it's something where I've had to look elsewhere. So just think about that. Also understand the different sizing and the different types of videos, because you're going to need different ad creatives. The videos and pictures you use are going to be different based on the platform you're using. TikTok sizing is very different. So just keep in mind that can be costly if you're trying to run both and work on a smaller budget. So just keep that in mind. Both platforms are great, but TikTok a little bit more younger demographic with a little bit more viral, organic type products, whereas Facebook, you can get way more specific. Definitely problem-solving products will do better on there, especially to a demographic that's a little bit older, 35 plus. So just keep that in mind. We can talk about other platforms. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave it in the comment section down below. Be sure to check out some of our resources linked in the description from our advertising agency, where we're actually just starting to slowly manage TikTok ads for certain clients. Again, that's a very big filtration process, but all of our tests have worked really well with a certain group of products, and it's something we're now slowly integrating for clients, starting to do a couple $1,000s a day for them. So it's working well, but it's not proven and back tested like our years and years and tens of millions spent on Facebook. So we do that obviously as a primary. So you can check that out and book a free call with our agency and a client manager, link down below. You can also check out our programs if it's something you want to do and learn it by yourself. We also talk about TikTok ads in there and teach you that. So be sure to check that out. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one.